Hello, dear students. So now today we would move ahead in this first chapter of class 9 science, that is matter in our surrounding. So where we were discussing the states of matter. So matter is found in three states: solid, liquid, and the gas. We have already discussed the rest of the two states, means solid and liquid. Now we are going to discuss the third state of the matter, that is the gas, or we can say the gaseous state. Okay. So now let me tell you some properties of the gaseous state. Now if you see the difference, let me tell you the basic difference. If you see the solids, the particles of the solids are very close to each other. That is why they are very rigid. They cannot flow, so they are rigid. Now if you see the particles of liquid are some apart, so that is why they can flow, isn't it? We can call them fluid. As I have already told you, we can call them as fluid. Similarly, we have the gases also, and if you see the particles of the gases, so these are very much apart. The particles of gases are very much apart. Okay, so the distance between the particle of gases is highest in case of the gas. The distance between the particles of matter is highest in case of the gas. Okay, so here you have the highest distance in between two particles. Okay, and these particles are randomly moving, some here, some is moving here, some is moving there, means they are randomly moving. Getting it or not? So these particles are not moving randomly, but these particles have enough space, they can move everywhere. Suppose this is the container where you have kept the gas, so the particles of the gas would be moving here and there again and again. Getting it or not? So they are randomly moving. The particles of the gases are randomly moving here and there. Getting it or not? With no direction. Sometime here and just colliding with this one particle, then moving this one side, then colliding with other particle. Means keep colliding and keep moving here and there. So the random motion is there of the particle of gases. But here you do not have the random motion. Are you getting this? So these these are the means the distance. This is how we can express the distance between the particles of the different matter. Okay, so we have the maximum distance in case of the gas. Okay, so now just imagine, let's say you have a cylinder, small cylinder here, and you are just filling the balloon. Thus the person who is filling the balloon roadsides, you can just see it. Okay, he has a very small cylinder, and out of this very small cylinder he is filling thousands of balloons. How is it possible? You have a very small cylinder, and with the help of this small cylinder you are filling thousands of balloon, isn't it? What does this mean? It means what? You have a very small cylinder here. Let's say this is the very small cylinder. Inside this you have the gas particles are there, and out of this you are filling thousands of balloons. It means what? It means you can expand the, or you can compress the gas. Means suppose you have large amount of gas and you can compress it to a small cylinder. You can compress the large amount of gas into the small cylinder. So means we can say the gases are compressible. The gases are most compressible. You cannot compress the liquid. If you have a bucket of water and try to compress it, the liquid will flow out, isn't it? You cannot compress the solid, but we can compress the gas. Suppose in a large container we have the gas. If we compress it, we can make it smaller, but the gas would not go out, isn't it? So the gases are highly compressible as compared to solid and liquid. We cannot compress the solid and liquid. Can you compress the liquid and solid? No, you cannot compress. If you try to compress, the liquid would flow out, isn't it? But we can compress the gases. Okay, like you have a large container. Let's say here, let's say this is the container, and here you have the piston. Let's say the piston which you can move up and down. Okay, this is the piston here, and here you have the large amount of gas. Okay, and you can just press the piston downside. Just keep the piston here. Now the piston can come here, then so the gas would stay here, and the distance between the particle would be lesser. Now we can just have a small distance between the particle also, isn't it? So the gases are most compressible. We can compress the gas, isn't it? So we can say that the gases are highly compressible, as compared to solids and liquid. For example, we can fill the thousands of balloons with the help of small cylinder. You have a small cylinder, and out of that you can fill thousands of cylinders. How is it possible? Because more amount of gas you have just compressed in a small cylinder, and out of this you can fill then thousands of balloons there. Isn't it? Yes. And the next property of the gases is, due to the high speed of the particle is having highest speed in case of the gases. Now if you check the speed of the particles in here and here, so you would get the maximum speed here, because the particles are moving randomly here and there. So in case of the gases, the particles are having the highest speed here. Here you do not have that much speed. Here also you do not have that much speed. But in case of the gases, the particles have the highest speed. They are moving here and there with a very high speed, isn't it? So what does this mean? Suppose you are cooking some food items in your kitchen. Getting, let's say pakode, etc. You are just cooking here. Okay. The aroma of the food item that is being cooked in the kitchen, that can be smelled if you have at some distance apart. Okay, the aroma of the food item that is being cooked here can be smelled at a far distance, isn't it? You can smell the aroma of the food item at a very far distance. How is it possible? Because the particles of the gases are having very high speed. Okay, so the gas which is, if you are cooking the food, it would emit some gas, isn't it, having some aroma. So this aroma, because the particles of the gas is having very high speeds, so that is why this aroma reaches here. So you can smell the food item that is being cooked there. Okay, so we can say the particles of the gas has very high speed. And this property is what? This property so that they have very high rate of diffusion, because the gas or the aroma which is evolving from here is diffusing to the atmosphere, because in the atmosphere you have other gas, isn't it? In the atmosphere you have other gas. Okay, so as one gas you are leaving from here, so this gas is going to diffuse in the atmosphere now, complete in the atmosphere, isn't it? This, suppose you just leave the gas from here. Okay, you are just cooking some food items here, so the gas which is emerging here, so this gas is going to diffuse into the atmosphere, and that is why you can smell the aroma at a far distance. You can smell the aroma at a very far distance, isn't it? Okay, so why? We can say due to the high speed of the particles of the gas which is evolving from here is diffusing into the atmosphere. Okay, are you getting this? So due to the high speed of the particle and the gases, I would write here rather, the gases show the property of diffusing very fast into the gases. Like in case of the liquid and solid, the rate of diffusion is very slow. You can diffuse the liquid into liquid, you can diffuse the solid into liquid, but you can diffuse the gasset into a gasset, and this speed is very high. It would take some time to diffuse. It would take some time to diffuse, but it would take a fraction of second to diffuse, isn't it? If you are diffusing, suppose you have a bucket of water and you just drop some ink there, so it would take some time to, means the complete water would become blue, isn't it? Yes, it's okay. So it would take some time to diffuse. The ink would take some time to diffuse into the whole water, isn't it? But in case of gases, it is not there. If you have small amount of gas, just leave it from here, suddenly all of a sudden it would diffuse into the atmosphere, because the particle of the gases has highest speed. Okay, so that is why the smell reaches us. Okay, so we can smell the aroma of food item being cooked can be smelled from a far distance. Okay, and then move towards the third property. Gases exert pressure, and it is due to the force exerted by the randomly moving particle on the wall of the container, because this is the container, so the gas would exert the pressure. The gas would try to come out, isn't it? The gas which is inside it would try to come out of the container, so that is why the particles are moving here and there. So these particles are just colliding with the wall also, so that is why they are just exerting some pressure on the wall. So that is why the gas exert pressure. They are just these particles which are randomly moving here and there, they are colliding with the wall, they are exerting the force there. So due to this one force, the gases are exerting pressure, isn't it? The gases are exerting what? Pressure. Are you getting these three properties? The first one, the gases are highly compressible, like we have the example here. Like you can say we have the LPG at our home, that is liquefied petroleum gas. That is also the compressed. Large amount of gas is there, has been compressed to a small cylinder, that is at your home now. Similar. Getting it or not? You can use that one cylinder for 30 days. Isn't it? Isn't it? So a large amount of gas is there, has been compressed to a small cylinder. Similarly, the oxygen cylinder that we are getting in the hospitals. So there also the large amount of oxygens have been compressed into the small cylinders. Getting it or not? Similarly, we have CNG that we are nowadays using for in vehicles. The CNG, compressed natural gas. So this we are using here nowadays. Okay. So this compressed natural gas means the gas has been compressed into the small cylinder, and that we are using as a fuel in case of vehicles. Okay. It's an alternate to the petrol. Okay. So there we are using the CNG. Okay. So that is all for today. Here we have discussed the third state of matter, that is the gaseous state. Hope you would be knowing this now, the third state of the matter. Okay. That is all for today. We'll be discussing some other topics of this chapter in the upcoming lectures. Till then, stay tuned and keep watching. Thank you. Have a good day.